We're going to do a little tour of the new Autumn Ridge 21 RBS. We're going to start on the outside. We'll start right here. We have the same GFCI protected plug as normal. We have your tank fill for your potable or drinkable water. And we have a hot water tank. Your outside access. Here we have the plug for the tank, as well as your pressure relief valve. Make sure that's open whenever you're removing this, especially after it's been filled. We also have your reset. There's two buttons here. Reset for the hot water tank. So we'll continue on. You can note the awning and awning lights. Well, to see that there is speakers at the end of the awning that can be controlled by the stereo inside. Here we have your front storage compartment. It's held up with magnets. It's kind of neat. Here we have a bit that you can use in your drill that fits on these stabilization jacks. So that's kind of neat and new this year. Speaking of the stabilization jacks, we have 4 of them, one at every corner of the trailer. They're to be used to stabilize the trailer, not to level it. So we'll put this back right here. You also notice you have your traditional manual operation for the tongue jack and the manual crank for your stabilization jack still. We have lighting. Next we'll come to your solar ready connection. This unit is pre-wired for solar power. Here we have the location for your battery connections right here. We have your safety breakaway for the braking system. If your trailer and the tow vehicle become separated, this pin gets pulled out and that will engage the trailer brakes. Something of note is sometimes this pin will be pulled out or partially out and can engage the trailer brakes when it's normally not wanted or supposed to. So something to be aware of. Come to your electric jack. Has a light. There's power up and down. And we also have a port for the manual jack right here. Just remove this and utilize the manual jack that was in the front storage compartment in here, and you can manually raise and lower your jack. Next we'll come to the propane system. You'll see that there are 2 30-pound bottles. It comes equipped with a crossover regulator, which meaning it will automatically select from the tank that this is pointing at, so this one. But if this empties, without you having to touch this, it will automatically switch over and draw from this tank. So that's handy. Next, we'll come around the outside to the other storage compartment. You'll see we have a spray hose and your power supply, or your power cable for your park power, 30 amp. Continue along the outside of the trailer, you'll notice we have the venting for your fridge. It's important that this stays clear as the air flow is needed for the fridge to cool and vent properly. Continuing on along the outside of the trailer, we'll come to your 30 amp power supply for your here. Come to your docking station at the back of the trailer. This is where you can find your satellite or cable hookup. as well as your outdoor shower. We have your tank flush. Then we have your tank fill. The position of this lever will let you know whether it's used for city water, which right now it is, or to fill your tank. Located in the center at the top there, we have pre-installed setup for your rear view camera. You'd have to purchase the camera separately, but it is ready for it and compatible for it. So we'll continue on along. We'll step inside your trailer and see what we have. We have a nice big pantry. A little dark. We also have the main controls for everything in your trailer. We have the indication panel, battery, fresh, black, and gray water tanks. We also have the water pump and water heater buttons to engage those. We have the lights for your awning and for the main lights of the trailer, as well as we have the button to extend and retract the awning. And right next to that we have the slide in and out. It's important that when you are using your slide that if you're going to be either parked or moving, that the slide's either all the way in or all the way out, otherwise it will not seal properly. So we'll go a quick tour of your bathroom here. You have your switches for your light and your fan. Nice big shower. We also have storage behind the toilet. Nice spacious bathroom. You have your unit GFCI. If some of your plugs aren't working, it's a good chance it could be this. Just hit the black reset button and try the plugs again and see if that helps you out. Come into the main area of the trailer. Of note here is the fire exit. Undo these two clamps and the window is able to be opened and you can escape to safety and emergency. We'll also notice the air conditioning. We have a baffle here that if it's open, most of the air conditioning or airflow will come from this area here. However, with those baffles closed, it forces the air to these ports that are located throughout the trailer. Bathroom, multiple in the living room, and into the bedroom. Next, we'll come to your TV. We have this button here for satellite, for cable, and TV. So when you press this button, and the light's on, that means you're operating with the antenna. Lights off, and you're operating with the cable. You have your stove. Fold the top back. It's equipped with a sparker or automatic lighter igniter. Turn to the light position. Turn. Starts perfectly. Sometimes what you might get when you first open the bottles for the first time, every time, it could take a while to build up pressure, so you might have to turn it more than once. But that isn't really an issue. Once pressure builds up, it should light the first time. We have the same for the stove. You put to the light position, the only difference being you have to press and hold that in for the gas to be released and the pilot to be lit. See, we have some nice lights here, either just the dials or the dials and into the stove. Right below your oven, you have the power panel here, power center. We have all your breakers and fuses. And there are indicator lights along beside these fuses that will let you know if they're burnt out. Directly beside that we have your CO and propane alarm. You can press the button here every so often. I usually do it every 6 months or so when you test your smoke detector. Press the button and just make sure it's functioning properly. Now that we've talked about the smoke detector, we'll come up here. It's important that this is functioning properly. You can press this button every so often and just test to make sure it is fully functional. Next we come to your fridge. Turn it on. You can have electric, gas, or auto, and it'll automatically switch electric if available. This will flash red if there's something wrong with the gas system, and a lot of times that can just be pressure, or the bottles aren't open. Nice big storage and pantry again, nice and deep. Next we'll come into your thermostat. So you hit the mode, and it'll turn on the fan, then the AC, then the heat, and you can cycle through, and then this turns up or down. Come into the bedroom here, turn on your light. Pretty nice bed. Here's the table that you can fold out and use for dining room table. We have some underbed storage. And another emergency exit. This one's a little different. You pull down on this black tab, push the red handle over, get it out, push it out to safety. You can remove the screen by pulling up on a tab and pulling it out. Let's be honest, if you're in a real emergency, you're just ripping that screen out any way you can. We have some USB charging ports, just kind of handy for your cell phones. And then as well, we have a cable outlet for a TV in the bedroom. Well, that about does it for your quick little tour of your trailer here. If you ever have any questions, feel free to call in and somebody would be happy to help. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the tour of the 2021 Starcraft Autumn Ridge.